Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Hey, Fidelity. How can I remember to invest every month?
With the Fidelity app, you can choose a schedule and set up recurring investments in stocks and ETFs.
Oh, that sounds easier than I thought.
You got this.
Yeah, I do. Now, where did I put my keys?
You will find them where you left them.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
The NFL doesn't release their full schedule till Wednesday night, but we do know who the season kickoff game for the Philadelphia Eagles is going to be. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your Philadelphia Eagles right here on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stifel. You can find me here every morning and also hosting Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network live at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. I got today's link down below. Check it out. Lots of football, baseball, and basketball talk on that. Bring your thoughts on what I have to say here and everything else going on in Philadelphia sports right to that show. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. Guys, we know September 4th, Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. We now know who the Eagles will kick the 2025 NFL season off with, and that is the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles versus Dallas Cowboys were coined, were picked, were chosen to be the kickoff game this year for the NFL, which is very surprising to me considering that they don't really typically go with division rivals in that first game. There are some good reasons, some bad reasons, and some thoughts on that. But that was the choice of the NFL. And is it the right choice? Probably so. The Dallas Cowboys are not a Super Bowl contending team like the Eagles, whereas the Lions, the Commanders, the Bears, some of the other teams that a lot of fans thought would be the kickoff matchup for the Eagles, as the Super Bowl champions always kick off the season on Thursday Night Football. Saving those games for later in the season for rating booms on Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Monday Night Football makes a lot of sense. The Cowboys fan base will be hyped for the start of the season, as they always are. They're a delusional fan base, by the way, and we'll get into that in a second. But their fan base is most delusional and most hyped at the beginning of the season. By week 8, by week 10, by week 12, when the Cowboys are no longer Super Bowl contenders, maybe it won't be as big of a ratings draw outside of Philadelphia and Dallas as it will be for the entire NFL. And on top of that, is there any two teams that are hated by outside fan bases more than the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys? There are so many storylines, so many thought processes that could be broken down and go into this game. Eagles, Cowboys, Hurts, Prescott, Everybody hates both of America's team, old America's team, new America's team. Us raising our banner in front of the Cowboys. So many storylines that NBC and the NFL can play into for that week 1 matchup. Last year, 2024, we played them twice, obviously, as we always do. Week 10, we beat them 34-6. A.J. Brown had 109 yards. We rushed for almost 200 yards. Jalen Hurts had a big game, 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns. And then, obviously, week 17, where we won 41-7, which makes that a combined 75-13. That was the Kenny Pickett start in week 17. Saquon had almost 170 yards. Smitty had 120 yards with 2 touchdowns. So we pretty much took care of business against the Dallas Cowboys last year. And, of course, yes, the Dallas Cowboys fan base is the most delusional fan base in the world. Already talking trash, already coming out of the woodwork, hyping up how they're going to beat us and ruin our banner-raising ceremony. Look, I don't care. You see WIP already talking. Is it a must-win for the Eagles? Stupid. No. What I'm going to tell you is I don't care. We're going to be raising a Super Bowl championship banner live on Thursday Night Football. That's all that matters. Winning, losing, great, whatever. We did open as a 7-point favorite for this game against the Cowboys. So that tells you all you need to do. I already tried to bet some same-game parlays. There's no same-game parlays available yet for it. But you know what? Let the Cowboys fans get delusional. Let them have their moment being on time. We haven't played, I believe we kicked off the season in 2020. That was, or 2000. That was the pickle juice game. That was the last time I think that the Eagles and Cowboys kicked off a season for the first game. That was in Dallas, the pickle juice game. So there's lots of storylines. There's lots of thought process that goes into it. I love it. I think it's a very great matchup for the Eagles because it's not the most difficult matchup for the Eagles week 1 of the season. It can kind of get us off to a good, quick, fast start. And we'll see on Wednesday night when the rest of the schedule is released. And there'll be more games released before Wednesday night. But as more games get released, we'll see the schedule and how it plays out. But to have a game like that, Eagles versus Cowboys week 1, I think it was a great decision by the NFL to make that choice, make that decision. Over the last couple weeks on this show, I've talked about Von Miller and Jadeveon Clowney as potential additions to the edge defensive end room. And while they're not perfect fits, and we do have a lot of bodies, not a lot of greatness, but a lot of bodies at that position, it's something that we could definitely see the Eagles adding to. And Cincinnati Bengals pass rusher Trey Hendrickson was quoted by Adam Schefter on Monday saying, basically showing his disgruntledness with the Bengals. No communication has taken place between my camp and the organization post-draft. The offers prior to the draft did not reflect the vision we shared and were promised last offseason if I continue to play at a high level. Coaches are aware of these conversations. Rather than using collaboration to get a point to bring me home, they are no longer communicating. I've eagerly awaited a resolution to the situation, but that's hard to do when there's no discussion and evident lack of interest in reaching mutual goals. Trey Hendrickson was a popular name for the Eagles leading up to the draft that fans wanted the Eagles to make a trade for. And I was looking into it, and Trey Hendrickson obviously is one of the most elite pass rushers in the game. He's got 35 sacks in the last 2 years combined alone. 4 of the last 5 years, over 13.5 sacks. One of, if not the best pass rushers in football. He'll be 31 next season. Late next season, he'll turn 31. So he's only 30 right now. He's due to make almost about $16 million next year. But the thing is, the reason why he has not been cut or traded yet, if that's the case it's leading to, is because there's a $15 million cap savings for 2025 if they cut or trade him post June 1st. So would you like to see the Eagles use? They've got close to a dozen draft picks next season to utilize. Would you be interested in the Eagles, even if it was just on a one-year deal? Maybe how he restructured it. We still have about $20 to $25 million in cap space right now. Would you be interested in Howie trading a third-round pick for Trey Hendrickson, second-round pick for Trey Hendrickson, not a first-rounder because of the contract situation, but a second or third-round pick? Because there's going to be a lot of other teams, the Detroit Lions, the Washington Commanders, just to name a few of our immediate competitors in the NFL that might want him. So would you be interested in bringing Trey Hendrickson in? Out of the names we've listed so far in the last couple episodes, Von Miller and Jadeveon Clowney, Trey Hendrickson makes the most sense and is actually probably the most talented of those three at this point of all their careers. Something to monitor, something to mull over, something to think about as we get closer to June 1st. Guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast. Please tune in. Trending in the AM at 8 a.m. live. It's going to be a fantastic show today. I hope to see you there. Comment on all this and more, guys. Everybody have a great Tuesday. Go Birds. Bubbles up.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This message is brought to you by Abercrombie Kids, where the activewear is made for every summer activity, so your mini-me can bring their personal best. Summer days are always an adventure, from day camp to rec leagues and pool days. Abercrombie Kids has the shorts, tees, and swim to keep them comfy and keep up with them. Get everything for the entire summer at Abercrombie Kids. Shop in-store, online, or in the app.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing. It's precision crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision crafted performance.
Take your vibes on go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
Walmart Business saves you time, money, and hassle, which means you can focus on what really matters. Like putting the money you save back into what you do. Spending more time training your team, filling orders, and finding new clients. Anything and everything, right down to... Oh, that's the one. Choosing the best hold music. Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love. Now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.